This is Twit.
I was all set to cover TuneIn Radio a couple weeks ago, and it got postponed for a bit, but I haven't forgotten. Let's talk about it now. TuneIn Radio got a nice design update, and I think it's just peachy, and it really deserves a look if you like radio. And who doesn't like radio? Terrestrial radio, satellite radio, audio podcast, radio. TuneIn handles all of that. You can follow your favorite sports stations, music, talk radio, pretty much every genre you can think of. TuneIn has something for you. The company claims over 100,000 traditional radio stations and over 4 million podcasts, so that's a pretty healthy catalog. And if you're already familiar with TuneIn Radio, there are a few things that have gotten better. First, your favorites list has been changed. Now it's just the stations that you follow. I think that makes more sense. If you're following it, you want to hear about it. You also see how much time is left on a show that you're listening to. Obviously very helpful if you know you've only got 30 minutes or some other limited time to finish a show. Car mode is easy to toggle on and off through the Browse tab. The idea with car mode is you're not really supposed to be looking at your iPhone ever when you're in the car, but let's say you're at a stoplight and you have to very quickly press play or search or something like that. You should have a very simple interface with big letters that won't distract you too much. We've talked a lot about audio on the show recently. I talked about the podcast app just last week. Downcast is another good one. The thing, though, is that with TuneIn Radio, it's very all-encompassing. It's an all-encompassing app that's good for podcasts and for radio. KCRW, for example, that's a really awesome station down in Los Angeles. That's here, as well as the entire Twit network, of course. I will say I have a teeny tiny gripe with iFive not having more subscribers. 209 at last check? I don't think so, you guys. Maybe it's because y'all prefer just to watch me? I don't know.